Okay, it's recording. So I'm gonna mute the game. So I'm just gonna tell my story of what happened to me. Um, I was 12 and I was playing in my bed when I was 12. I put a blanket over my head and I was playing and I accidentally hit my nose in the bed frame and I passed out. I woke up and we couldn't go to the hospital because hospitals where I live are dog shit. In Brazil, if you go to the doctor, you're probably gonna get fucked and wait 10 hours. And when I wake up, it wasn't hurting anymore. So we just, okay, it's fine. And when I was 16 or something, I realized that my nose was weird. I couldn't breathe properly. It was coming bad. When I was 17, I couldn't breathe through my nose at all. It was really, really bad when I was 17. So I went to the doctor and said, "Hey, I can't breathe through my nose. I think my nose is crooked." I looked in the mirror and I put a light on my nose and my phone camera, and I saw that my nose was crooked on inside. And the doctor said, "Hey, Dad, don't listen to him. He's probably lying to not go to school. There's no such thing as crooked nose." And we went home, and I was like, "What? I can You can literally see, look into my face." Thank God my dad didn't believe the doctor, and I was like, "Okay, let's go to another doctor because this guy doesn't know shit that he's talking about." So we went to another doctor, and this was like probably a month or some weeks after. And this other doctor said, "Yeah, his nose is crooked. He's probably gonna need surgery." And he said also to me that I should get rid of my braces that I was using on my teeth, because let me get my brace. Because he said that because I breathe through my mouth a lot, my teeth would still be crooked. So the braces wouldn't work because I was breathing a lot through my mouth. So I should get rid of it and only put braces when uh, my nose was fixed. So, but we didn't get rid of it. We still went it because we're gonna do the surgery probably soon. So I got rid of it. So I did the surgery like when I was 18, a year later, because it took like a fucking year. They asked for like two exams, a blood test and some X-ray, and that was it. Which, now that I think it's kind of weird, that was only two exams. So I did this two exams. I sent to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, let's schedule the surgery." So a year passed and whatever. This all took a year. And when I was 18, believe it or not, like literally on the day of my birthday, of my 18th birthday, I was in the hospital bed. I was in the hospital bed waiting to do my surgery. And I went in, did my surgery, and like I in the previous night, like the night before my birthday, I said, "Hey guys," I posted on my WhatsApp status, "Hey everyone, I'm gonna do my I posted on my WhatsApp status because it has I had like a lot of fans and everything. It was easy. So I said, "Hey everyone, I'm gonna do my surgery tomorrow. Wish me luck," or whatever. And nobody responded, so I was like, "Okay, fine." So I went in. I did my surgery. my mom, dad, and sister were there. And after I finished my surgery, my mom and sister were there, and my dad left because he had to work, you know. So it was only me and my sister. And you know, I was like in a ton of pain after the surgery, all weird out, all fucked up, blood coming out of my nose and weird. But I was like, okay, it's, you know, I just did the surgery, it's normal. So a couple of times, because my sister was really, really young at the time, my mom had to take care of her and stuff, you know. So I was like alone in the hospital on my 18th birthday. So I got my phone with me, and I posted on my WhatsApp status again. I was like, I posted something like, I'm just gonna spend my 18th birthday on the hospital. Wish the cake here tastes good or something like that. Just making a joke, you know. Oh, I'm gonna pass my 18th birthday alone in the hospital. Hope the cake tastes good, you know. Just, you know, doing a silly joke, hoping someone will laugh or something, whatever. And literally, 20, probably something around like 20 people saw it, my WhatsApp status, and literally no one responded. And like none of our parents, like uncles or anything, none of them wished me happy birthday or went to the hospital. So I realized that I didn't have any friends, and none of our parents liked me apparently, for some reason that I don't know why. So I did the surgery, and you know, that was a bad recovery. I realized that I was alone, and like a week after, you know, I was sent home like 2 days after the surgery or something like that. A week after, I was still in a fucking ton of pain and still couldn't breathe through my nose. And you know, you had to go to the doctor a week after the surgery, so I went there and I said all this stuff to the doctor, and and the doctor said, "Well, that's fine. That's normal. You just did a surgery. It's still only a week. You have to wait more time." So I was like, "Okay, but I'm still in a ton of pain. What do I do?" The doctor said, "Well, take this medicine. You know, if you feel more pain, you take this." I was like, "Okay, fine. See you in a month." The doctor said. So a month later, I went to the hospital again. I was like, "Hey, doctor, the medicine didn't work. You know, the medicine that you gave me, it didn't work. I'm still in a fucking ton of pain. And I still can't breathe through my nose." And the doctor said, "Well, I'm gonna prescribe you some stronger medicine, and uh, yeah, the pain is kind of normal. You know, only after a year you know if how well it recovered. You know, because it takes a year to fully recover from the surgery." So I was like, "Okay, my nose looks crooked and I'm still in pain, but no, I don't know if it looked crooked at the time, but whatever. I just it, I was it's just in a ton of pain, you know." And I was just in a ton of pain, you know. And my name is sorry, I haven't slept well. You know, I didn't sleep. So I said, "Well, whatever. I see you in a couple of months, I guess." And guess what? That new medicine still didn't work. I still was in a fucking ton of pain. And guess what? I didn't see him in the next month or so because pandemic started. And I was like, "Okay, cool. I can't breathe through my nose. I'm in a ton of fucking pain. in my face and nose, and I don't know what the fuck's wrong with my nose. So I was like really, really fucking afraid that I could die in the pandemic, because there's this fear. There's like literally a whole fucking global pandemic happening that affects your breathing, and I couldn't fucking breathe through my nose, and I was in fucking ton of pain, and I have like asthma and bronchitis and whatever. I have a ton of fucking breath problems, and I was really, really afraid that I could get some infection in my nose or whatever, because I was in a pain, didn't know what was going on in my nose. So after like all these years, and this like the first surgery, this surgery that I did was in 2020. So 2024 or something like that, I went to the doctor again after the pandemic, and no, actually, after the pandemic, I think it was like 2023, something like that. I got to the hospital, not the hospital, but like the hospital place, and they said to me, "Oh, we're gonna schedule you. Yeah, we're gonna schedule a doctor's appointment to you." And only in 2024, I got the doctor's appointment. And when I went to the doctor's appointment, the doctor looked at my nose and said, "Yeah, your nose is still crooked." He looked at my nose and said, "Yeah, your nose is still crooked. And you're probably gonna need 2 new surgeries in your nose. Rhinoplastic surgery and a septoplastic surgery. One in my septum and the other one that you know actors do and shit to look pretty." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And the doctor said, "Oh, we're gonna do some new tests to see how it's the insides of your nose and everything, and we'll see." So this new doctor asked like a fucking ton of exams. One of them, the doctor said, "Well, this one is gonna take a while, so if you know want to do private and pay something and pay to do the exam, it's gonna be way faster." So we paid a fucking ton. Was 600 BRL, 600 reais. And looking at these exams, I saw some weird stuff, but I'm not a doctor, so I was like, whatever. We showed these exams to the doctor, and he said, "Yeah, your nose septum is still deviated. The meat, I don't know how it's called, the meat inside of the inside part of your nose, all the meat of your nose, it's all crooked. The bones of your nose is crooked. And sorry. And sorry, I'm gonna have to drink a little bit of water. So the doctor said that I was gonna do another surgery, and like the meat inside of my nose was crooked, and the bones on my nose was crooked, and that my septum was perforated, that I had a hole in my septum, and I didn't had this hole before the surgery that I did. So I was like, "Oh, cool, they didn't fix my deviated septum, it's everything still crooked and fucked up, but now I have a fucking hole in my nose. That's probably what is causing all this pain that I'm feeling." And this doctor said, "Well, you're gonna need 2 surgeries." And like, my nose looked good before the surgery. Like, my nose looked perfect. It was just the inside that was crooked. It was just the septum that was crooked. But after the surgery, not only my septum was still crooked and everything was still crooked inside of it and perforated now my nose looks ugly as shit. My nose looks crooked. My nose looks bad after the surgery. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's schedule this new surgery. So uh sorry. So the doctor he said, okay, I'm gonna schedule a next consult. I'm gonna schedule another doctor's appointment. You're gonna do just this last exam, and after this exam, that you have to do private because otherwise it's gonna take like probably a year to do this exam. Uh, you after you do this exam, which is like a pulmonary exam to test my lungs, or some a lungs exam or whatever it's called, because I'm gonna have to be intubated to do the surgery, so they have to test my lungs because I have asthma and all this kind of stuff. So I do this exam privately, pay fucking ton to do it, and uh and I'm waiting to this doctor appointment to show to him this exam that it was fine. This exam was my lungs are really good. It's just slightly worse because I have asthma, but I'm just waiting for this doctor appointment to show him this exam. But and this all this doctor thing and everything, it took like a ton of time. Like we're talking in like February 2025, February of this year, and like I'm waiting this appointment to show every exam and schedule my next surgery, and like the public health system is only gonna take care of one of the two surgeries that I need. I need a rhino and the septum surgery, but the public health system is gonna only do the septum part, so I'm gonna have to deal with a ugly, crooked-looking nose forever, apparently. Let me just kill this guy. Yeah. And like I'm waiting. It's been 4 months, 5 months, almost 6, since I did this exam, and I'm waiting for this consult. Someone's like, okay, I'm in a fucking ton of pain for years now, literally like 5 years or more, in fucking ton of pain every single day, and my life is terrible. So I go to a lawyer and talk to the lawyer. Hey, this is my situation. This is everything that is happening. What can we do? And this lawyer says, well, you need a doctor's letters, a doctor saying that the doctor that did the surgery saying that, well, during the surgery we perforated his nose. He literally said, the lawyer said that I needed proof of the doctor saying that he perforated my nose. And I was like, okay, this lawyer is dog shit, because if I have a confession of the doctor or whatever saying that he fucked up my nose, I didn't need a lawyer. I would just go to the judge and say, hey, look, this doctor fucked up my nose and he admitted. Like, why would I need a lawyer to do that? You know what I mean? So like, sorry. Why would I need a doctor to do that? And oops. And so I just ditched this lawyer and went to another one. And this other lawyer said, well, every document you had, everything is perfect. It seems everything is legit. I just need one more thing. I was like, oh shit, here we go again. But she said, I'm gonna need you to have like, I don't know how it's called, but it was like pretty much a surgery script, like movie script. it's like that, but for surgery, you know, like everything that happened during the surgery, every procedure that they done, everything like that. Like she said, oh, reach to the hospital and ask for this like surgery script, you know. I was like, okay, this is the last thing that I need. Sorry, I'm all confused in the dates. Sorry, guys. Uh, she said that and was like February 2. All this lawyer thing, everything was February 2 because you know I was pissed off. I knew it was going to take a while to schedule this next appointment. I was pissed off, so I started reaching for lawyers, you know. So I talked to this second lawyer, and she asked for this surgery script, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach the hospital and ask for it, like she said. And it's been 4 months since I'm waiting for this script, and still waiting for the doctor appointment as well. That's why I got confused because I got this exam and so let me see this right. Okay, so February 2, you know, the second month, February from 2025, the doctor asked for this exam. I did the exam in a private way, paid a ton of fucking money. This one was cheaper than the other one, but it still was expensive. Um, and I reached out to a lawyer pretty much in the same week. The lawyer asked for the script. I asked for the script. 4 months passed. I still don't have this doctor's appointment that I'm waiting since February. I still don't have this script that I asked February. And you know, my lawyer stopped talking to me because it's been 4 months. So now, uh, I mean, I'm in still a fucking ton of pain. Uh, my lawyer just pretty much gave up and whatever. My doctor's appointments are not happening probably, and I'm fucking ton of pain every day. Like my life at this point is just miserable. I'm gonna be honest. Like I can't go to the gym. I can't run, and I can't have sex. I can't do anything. Like I literally can't do anything. Like last week, a month or something like that, I got a job. I'm 22 years old. That was going to be my first job, and it was working at a giant store that we have here in my city. I was going to work in this store, like doing gift packages. I don't know how it's called. You know, when you buy something and you say, "Oh, it's a gift for someone," and we put in a special package. That's what I was supposed to do. But you know how it is working in a store, you know. They say you're gonna do something, and the next thing you're like carrying heavy stuff, you know. Oh, you're gonna just do some packaging and stuff. 2 minutes later, I was literally carrying. I weigh 50 kilograms. I weighed 15 kilograms. Or 50, whatever it's called. Kilograms. And I can't carry heavy stuff because I get tired easily because of, you know, my nose and asthma and everything. And I had to carry this giant washing machine and this fridge and a fucking ton of stuff alone. And this I was working like at morning, right? Uh, I got home, and before I got home, my boss said to me, or my manager said to me actually, uh, well, this was your first day. and you worked at the morning because it's the period that I'm here. The HR is here at the morning, but your time, as we agreed, everything it's at night. And I was like, yeah, it's at night, okay. So I work at the morning, got home the middle of the day, and I was dead. I got home, I was fucking dead. I didn't have energy to do nothing, literally anything. The reason why I'm burping a lot and kind of poking everything is because I swallow a lot of mucus or whatever from my nose, so and sometimes blood and whatever, and this messes up with my stomach. So that's why. Sorry, guys. Um, where I was? Yeah. So I was dead when I reached home. So I had a ton of time to rest because I worked early and now I'm gonna work late. And the next day when it was night, I didn't sleep the whole day. Obviously, from one day to another, didn't sleep. And the second day I was going to work, it was like probably the worst thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. Cause I like the first day I had to carry some washing machine and stuff, but like I got help. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna help. The other guy that was there with me, he kind of helped me a little bit and everything. He saw me struggling, whatever. And you carry in a like kind of a cart thing. You put the cart below the washing machine and you kind of just push it forward. The second day, the guy that helped me wasn't there. The cart was broken, so I literally had to push, like pushing on the floor, the washing machine alone by myself for like a ton of a huge distance, like from one side to the other of the store, like from the deposit side of the store to the garage where the car of the client was. And I pushed it along. The client wasn't there, thankfully, so he didn't saw that miserable thing happening. And like at the end of the day, my feet, both of my feet were like just huge. Both of my feet were like two giant red basketballs on my feet. Because if you guys don't know, if you don't sleep well, it's not like just tired. You don't get just tired from not sleeping. You don't get just mentally tired or mental pain or headaches. You don't get just that. If you don't sleep well, your body really your whole body doesn't recover. So you get sick easily, and your muscles get like your muscles get uh, your muscles get all fucked up, and your articulations get fucked up. Like the second day when I was getting going home, I swear to God, I could literally hear my whole body creaking. I was walking home from the bus stop, and like my whole both of my legs were like and ton of pain in my knees and everything, and both of my feet were just like huge and red, and my back was killing me because if you don't rest and you do ton of effort every single day, you get fucked. So I got home. My mom saw the state that I was in. He saw she saw how miserable I was, and we agreed that I shouldn't work there anymore. So I don't know how to say this in English, but I asked to be fired. Uh, After 2 days. Oh, I didn't do any damage. Yeah, whatever. I asked to be fired, so yeah, that is how I am right now. I tried also doing some home office work. I tried to work from home, but like you guys are seeing how I am right now. Like I'm struggling to even play video games. Like I tried to work from home and I went on like the call to talk with the people for the job interview, and the interview was like asking if I was drunk or like, are you drunk or are you on drugs or something, like, because of the way I talk. But I was like ashamed to tell him that I'm no, I'm just really sleep deprived. I can barely sleep and I can barely think properly. My English is good. I have a really good English, but it doesn't sound like I have it because of the way I talk, like the pauses that I do and how slow I say, and my lack of my lack of my lack of the ability of finding words to say things. I can't find the proper words to say stuff. Just like I couldn't right now. But that's the same in Portuguese, my main language. That is the same, and it's just my brain's bad. I don't know. Maybe I have a lack of oxygen in my brain. So that is the state I'm in right now. Um, I don't have any friends. I don't have any real friends. Um, my mind doesn't work right. My eyes are always sore. I can't go outside because Brazil is a very hot country. And if I go in the sun, my nose will get swollen from the heat and will get worse. So I can't go outside in the sun. I can't run. I can't do any physical activities. My brain is too slow and my body is too weak to work. I don't get any payment for the government, even though I'm literally like in a vegetable state right now. I can't have a girlfriend because, like, why would like we wouldn't do anything. Like, which, like, no one wants to date someone that was just going to be like laying in his chair in pain, moaning all day, you know? And I can't do anything. I can't have sex or anything. And yeah, I don't have friends, family members beside my mom, dad, sister. I can't do any work, physical or mental. And yeah, and my parents are like, "Hey, you're 20 years old. You have to get a job." And I'm trying. Like I swear that I'm trying, but I can't. I just can't find a job because I'm in so much pain. It's it's literally like when I was young I broke my hand, and the pain that I feel right now is 10 times worse than like a broken hand. It's literally like the same amount of level of a broken bone, but it's constant every single day. in my face. It's fucking horrible. Uh, no, yeah, that's it. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I'm just a fucking vegetable that is rotting away and going to sleep, hoping that God takes me. So yeah, I'm just going to play more League of Legends and hope that I got called to do to go to this doctor appointment to show this exam and then wait probably another year to do the surgery. Or maybe I'm gonna kill myself, or maybe I'm gonna ask for a loan from a bank, which I don't think they're gonna do. Give me a loan because I don't have any credit because I don't know shit. But yeah, ask for a loan and do the surgery, or whatever, and then get a job. I don't know. I can't think properly. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I just wanted to yap a little bit and get and say this to the void or whatever. And if you're asking me, oh, you're Portuguese, you're Brazilian, you should speak Brazilian or speak. We speak Portuguese in Brazil actually, but whatever. Oh, you're Brazilian, you should speak Portuguese. Why are you speaking English? And well, I don't know. I feel like if I speak in English, I will have a bigger reach. Like I would, more people will see it, and it's good to train my English. Like my country has failed me. Like literally, I can't find any job here. I can't. Like the health system betrayed me. So yeah, I'm just training my English to when I find a job in another country, and maybe more people see it. So yeah, public healthcare in Brazil is dog shit. It ruins people's life. Sorry for the yapping. Bye.